Yeah, just back off for me and I can see you.
Fuck off! You can't die!
That just took it to another level.
In the previous episode, competitors were tasked with escaping or incapacitating an active shooter. This left Nathan in third place, Dylan in second, and Adrian in first. In this episode, competitors will face two scenarios, each with its own unique twist. The first scenario will require competitors to enter the environment, at which point they will discover a man has been bound in the corner. Their decisions upon this discovery will determine their success.
This was designed to test competitors' decision-making ability whilst under stress. It also put them in a moral dilemma of whether to just take care of themselves or to be a good Samaritan and go and help out others.
As they approach the captive, the shooter will enter the scene demanding the competitor to get on the ground. Compliance and allowing themselves to be bound will lead to their demise.
So Craig the gunman was instructed to give them a number of opportunities to initiate an attack, such as he would turn his back on them or he'd put his gun off them, things along those lines. Quite often in the world of self-defense, people do not pick up on these opportunities or cues and end up in a worse position. We have a small window of opportunity, and if we miss it, we may not get another.
First up is Kevin.
What's up? Wait. Hold on. You gotta.
Don't move. Get your fucking knee on the ground.
My fault.
Put him on.
You give it here?
Put him on there.
Yeah. Just give me a second, alright? Can you help me? Can you
Get up.
Get up?
Get up.
Yep.
Now, keep your fucking hands on the ground.
Yep.
Get up.
Get up.
Hands on the fucking ground now.
Yeah.
Come towards me, dickhead.
Where do you want me to
Walk that way.
go? Okay.
No, hands on the ground.
Yep.
Roll that way.
Yep.
Over there.
Yep.
Towards your... Over the top, mate. Fuck 10 o'clock.
10.
Go, now.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop.
Oh, stop.
You're good.
Kevin attempted to draw the shooter closer to him by asking for help with the cable ties. This would have presented an opportunity for attack if successful. His body language while following the shooter's instructions was not ideal, as he was angling his body towards the shooter. This is an indicator that may arouse suspicion of an impending attack. Kevin successfully launched the attack, immediately pushing the barrel of the gun offline and getting behind the shooter. All in all, he utilized good verbal strategies with the exception of combative body language. He survived and successfully subdued the attacker.
What was going through your head then when you first came on the scene?
Oh, I'll break it down for you. So as soon as I came underneath from them, I seen the hostage, shouting like, Kev, come quick. I thought someone would be hiding here or there. I wasn't sure where he came from at the start, but I was thinking, you know what, let me just have a look around here first at least, and then sort of just see where I go from there.
Did you think the situation was safe for you?
Oh, as soon as I walked through here, no.
Yeah, but you walked in anyway.
I see someone tied up, I'm like, clearly someone's around, but...
Okay, so when you get there, and obviously you get challenged by a guy with a gun, what was going through your mind then?
To remain calm as possible.
Yeah. And then what was your game plan?
My game plan was I wanted to see what he would bite at. So I'm like, oh look, you want me to put the cable ties on? Come help me.
Yeah.
Come close to me. But he was.
What was your intention though? What did you want to do?
I was trying to decide what to do like the first 3-4 seconds.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? If he gets close to me enough, I'm gonna grab the gun first and push it down.
Nice, yeah.
And then if I can get behind him, I think I'm a pretty strong guy, so I'll be able to hold him from behind too. You can't shoot someone who's behind you, you know what I mean?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Best question then, if you got a chance to do it again, what would you do different?
I would have looked for someone first, I think. I would have had a look here, but I would have looked a bit more around.
Would you have left the scene and gone called help, maybe? Oh, but then you don't get the medals then, do you? Somebody else gets all the medals.
For the medal, of course. All right. Nah, look, in a real situation, like, obviously it's better to stay far away.
All right, Ben. Yeah. Nicely done, all right.
It is crucial to understand when it is appropriate to intervene and when it is not. It may be appropriate for you to defend someone who is being physically attacked by one person in a public setting. However, a hostage indicates the threat you are facing requires an immediate police presence due to the likelihood of multiple attackers and weapons. Social violence can often be de-escalated. Antisocial violence, such as a hostage situation, generally requires more than one man irrespective of their skills or experience. Your best bet is to get out of there and let the authorities know what is happening and let the professionals do their job.
Just wait 1 sec, let me check. He's coming. Let me do my shoelace. Let me check before I get you. How many people are there? Where's my bottle? Give me my bottle. Give me my bottle back.
Nikola took a cautious approach to the scenario, using some unconventional tactics to clear the room. Nikola decided to run to cover using the physical barrier to bring the shooter closer to him. As the shooter turned the corner, Nick decided to control the firearm and strike. Although this strategy did rely on the shooter turning the right corner at the right time, luck was in Nikola's favor as he was able to successfully close the distance and got the upper hand without any shots being fired.
Okay, so how was that for you? What were you thinking when you first came in?
Well, this guy was in trouble. I don't want to rush.
Right, yeah.
I wanted to suss all the perimeters,
Good,
exits
yeah.
first.
Yeah.
It could have been a trap, could have been a guy there, so I was very cautious. I found a weapon.
Did
I don't
you?
know if that was allowed.
It's a weapon.
Sorry guys, but I found a weapon or something.
Yeah, all right, okay.
I took my time with it. I didn't
So
rush.
you threw the water just in case it was made out of salt, yeah?
Just think, I just threw it just for a distraction.
Okay.
So I might
good.
hear something. And then I saw him come. I had this here.
Yeah.
Very luckily, he came towards me as a firearms guy. He thought he would keep his distance. I tried to put the gun aside and I threw a knee, and that was that. But however, I took my time taking him. So
That's good. That's good.
That's
That's good.
all.
If you had that same scenario again,
Okay.
what would you do different? If you did anything
I'll have a
different?
gun.
No. You came in the same way as before. So it's exactly the same. You walk through there. The guy in distress over there.
Yeah.
Cable tied up, calling you over.
Yes.
What would you do different?
Well,
Or would you do anything different?
I'm happy with that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. You wouldn't go for help or anything like that?
I would have had a radio if I could call or
Yeah,
something,
but
but I don't want to call too much because I was scared if I made a scene, someone would come and know my position.
Wouldn't that be a good idea to go then?
I
Come
was
back
worried.
with more guys?
Yeah, that would have been better. Yeah.
Like the police?
Yeah.
You know, that was well done though.
But I
right?
was scared if I, like I said, if I
No,
screamed,
cautious approach was really good though.
Yeah.
That was excellent, okay. But it got to the point where Could you have just gone and got somebody else?
Yes.
Eh? But you know what?
Thank you,
Well done,
sir.
pal. Well done.
Thank you.
What's going on? What happened?
They tied me up.
Who tied you up?
People.
Which people?
I don't know who they are. They just kidnapped me. Let me help me, please.
Nate also took a cautious approach, proceeding to hide effectively and attack as the shooter came around the corner. However, he opted to strike instead of trapping the gun. When dealing with a gunman, the priority should always be to control the firearm, ensuring you are out of the line of fire before striking. Overall, Nate's ability to remain calm under pressure and act quickly upon seeing the threat was impressive, but the shooter did get shots off, with the barrel pointing directly at him, resulting in this being the least favorable outcome.
What did you think when you came through there?
What I thought was like he'd obviously been tied up and it had turned into a survival situation, and I realised that the priority was if I spent time untying him when they were going to come back for him anyway, I was going to be done.
Yeah.
So what I had to do was just remove myself from the situation. I'd rather would have escaped if I could have, but I put myself there because
Why didn't you escape?
I didn't know the way around the place.
Okay, how about the way you came in?
I didn't know that I could go back that way because I thought I had to come around this way.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
But
I got you.
So but then what happened was he said the people are coming. So I'm thinking I hid here because my clothes are darker, right? And I've got green clothes, and the actual environment is all completely green, black, and dark here.
Okay.
So if I'm green, black, and dark as well, when the shooter comes. And I can get. I got control. I managed to almost crack him one or two.
Did you know he was coming?
No, I just knew something was going to happen, but I knew that I had to gamble.
How long would you have waited there?
If I knew he was going to keep walking past, I would have tried to escape.
Okay.
But I figured he had a gun and he was at the range. He was within 21 feet at least. So but I know that's good for a sidearm. But for a weapon, at least I might have gotten him rather than just being jacked up and messed up.
Well, he was close, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's like I think I got him twice, and he see me come here and said, "I didn't see you come out of nowhere." Excellent. So I've already had him pinned against the wall.
Okay.
And I could have taken him. Maybe if I got lucky and he missed because he would have had adrenaline trying to shoot people. I might have been able to put him into the wall and take the gun off him. Maybe.
So anyway, final question then: if you got to run that scenario again, exactly the same scenario, would you change anything?
I'd prioritise my own ability to escape and my survival first. Before
and do what? What would you do then?
Try and escape, because if they've got a gun, leave.
And would you come back for the guy with help?
I'd probably go and get help first, because if I'm going to get I'm not trained, I've got no weapon.
Sure.
And he's going to be all the way over here shooting.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. You wouldn't inject yourself into the scenario.
I get law enforcement to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because
a bit like self-defense, a bit like first aid, yeah, where you don't become another casualty.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Nicely done. Well done.
Hey, what's up, man?
Get me out, man. Get me out.
What happened? Tell me what happened first of all.
They tied me up, man.
Cool. Have you seen him?
I didn't. I just know there's people.
Cool. How many?
I don't know.
How many? Can you see anyone in your direct vision?
Blindfold me, man. I've got it off. I need to get out of here.
Man, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I don't want to end up where you are, yeah? Give me a second, dude. It's going to spot out. All right. What's your name?
Hey, hands, drop, hands, hands.
Sorry, sir?
Drop, hey, my fucking.
Sorry, man, I can't hear you.
hands out.
Can't hear you.
You can hear me good, Pop?
So yeah,
Put them
okay.
together.
Okay, what do you need? What do you
Put your
need?
hands together, listen.
Yep.
Put your hands together.
Mitch had a solid game plan of strategic compliance and to negotiate his way into opportunity. He made the right decision going for the gun, but he did so after being bound and placed in a difficult position that limited his movement. Unfortunately, the environment does play a big role in the world of self-defense, and the damp floor, in combination with the position Mitch began his attack from, resulted in him slipping and shots being fired with the barrel pointed directly at him. It's worth noting that Mitch was very close to successfully grabbing the barrel of the gun, and if he had done so, he would have been able to redirect the barrel while pulling himself to his feet, which would have been a good outcome. However, this isn't how it played out, so due to Mitch allowing himself to be bound and being shot, this is not a favorable outcome.
Mitch, talk me through that. When you first came through there, what was going on?
So walking through, the guy knew my name. I have no idea what his name is. I've never met the guy in his life. So it could be an absolute setup, could be a bait. One of the biggest things that there's obviously one guy already captured, but again, could be bait.
So you were thinking, at that time, you're thinking, there's a victim, where's...
Correct. Where's the attacker?
Yeah.
And did a quick spot check, couldn't see initially.
Because he didn't get there by himself, did he?
No, correct. Yeah, exactly. But I was more worried that could just be hiding.
Blind spots,
lurking, blind spots. So I checked blind spots, started doing a full recce of the entire facility. Made a decision to enter. As soon as I was confronted with a firearm, was compliant at the point where restraints were about to be...
Now, I could see you shuffling, trying to get closer to try and get some hands on that weapon, yeah?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes, correct.
I thought so.
Yeah, ideally. And just at that point where one hand will be used for, and then, for restraints.
So you already made your decision then that if you get an opportunity, you're going to go?
If there's a firearm involved, this is going to be a bad day for all involved. So
you didn't think it was going to get better if you put the plastic cuffs on then, no?
Pardon?
You didn't think it was going to get a lot better if you put plastic cuffs on?
Correct. Yep.
Excellent. Okay. Now, if you could run that whole scenario again, exactly the same scenario, and you came through there, would you change anything?
Look, I mean, hindsight's clear sight, so you might wait and see, but once the restraints are on...
What happens if there'd been three guys?
Pardon?
What happens if there'd been three guys with guns?
I mean, look, at some point, if all three bears had guns, then...
Would you have ever thought of maybe disengaging and go and get help?
Possibly, absolutely. So yes, obviously, if it was the option of going and getting help, but given the scenario, so if the scenario was to play out exactly how, and I've kind of got an inkling, then yes. But whether it
was the victim in any obvious danger? Imminent danger?
Not imminent, not immediate.
Okay.
And within my skill set, I was comfortable to render assistance.
Right.
However, firearms involved, that obviously escalates things exponentially.
Because you didn't know at that point, did you?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then, again, being Australia, that's... However, if it's one thing that I am aware of is that hostage situation, once those cuffs go on, this is going to be a bad day.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
How'd you like that?
It was excellent.
Okay.
Can we do it again?
Nice one.
Are you hurt? Who else is in here? Who else is in here? Do you know how many?
Now, drop. Now, drop.
Don't want any trouble, mate. Don't want any trouble.
Put your hands out. Put them together. Get up. Over next to him. On knees. Second more, boys.
Adrian produced the least favorable outcome as he allowed himself to be bound and remain compliant the entire time, resulting in his death. Many people believe if they comply with the shooter's requests, they will not be harmed. However, just as resisting at the wrong time can get you killed, so too can overcompliance. Generally, if the armed attacker wants items or possessions from you, complying is a good option. But once you determine that their motives go beyond that, if they become overly aggressive, despite you giving everything they want, or attempt to move you to a secondary location, or tie up your hands, it's time to look for opportunities to attack.
So, talk me through that one. When you first came in,
Yep.
what was going through your mind?
Well, I heard someone calling my name. I didn't want to just run straight over to him because obviously he was tied up. So obviously there was at least one other person in the room.
Someone's done it, yeah.
So the first thing was I wanted to know how many people were in here. Keep an eye on my surroundings to see if anyone was going to jump out. Wasn't sure whether he was actually tied up or whether he was playing to be tied up. He could have had a weapon on him.
Guy himself.
Yeah. So I wanted to approach him with care. And obviously when I saw the gunman come out, didn't want to...
What was going through your mind when you got that weapon on you?
I had two things going through my mind. It was either do what I did or go for the gun. So
did you think it was going to get better if you did what he said for you?
it's in just surrendering.
Did you think, your situation was going to improve?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I thought, I didn't realise that I was going to be put in a situation where I was going to be shot. I thought, okay, maybe we're going to both get sat in the corner and something else was going to play out afterwards.
Gotcha.
So that was my thought
Now,
process.
Here's the thing for you. If you could run that exact scenario again, as is, would you change anything?
Yes.
What would you change?
Probably, as I saw him come out, I would take cover.
How about if you saw the guy over there who's in distress? Was he in any immediate danger?
No. He wasn't screaming, he wasn't...
Would you have possibly maybe disengaged, gone got help?
Potentially, yes, that's another option as well.
Yeah. What happens if 3 guys had come out with guns?
Yeah, it would have been stuffed.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had that known quantity of this is a situation, a bit like when you do first aid, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the first thing you do, you assess the danger, you don't become another casualty yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, nice one. That's interesting.
No grip.
Dylan decided to run upon seeing the gunman and did a great job of using cover to obstruct the shooter's vision and aid in his escape. Due to the close proximity at which this scenario took place, we were unable to use paintballs for safety reasons, so it's unclear whether or not Dylan was shot in this instance. But due to his quick reaction, his ability to use cover effectively, and the fact that he decided to leave the setting, which would have allowed him to call for help, this is a favorable outcome.
So, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You can talk?
I'm good.
So you came under there. Tell me about the scenario as it played out to you.
Yep.
What did you see? What did you hear? What did you perceive?
Factory setting. Saw one guy off my peripherals, off to the right hand side.
What was special about him?
Zip tied, calling my name. He knew me.
Yeah.
So I don't
Did you know him? Well, you do, yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Technically, I know him.
Let's go.
Yeah, but I don't know why he'd be in that situation.
So you've got a zip tied victim in the corner over there, calling for help. Yeah.
Yep.
First thing that went through your mind when you saw that was what?
Something's going on.
Danger.
Yeah. Exactly. Why is someone who knows me set up like that? So I check the area first. I see a red shirt behind the wall, but I can't assume that that's a bad person. Or maybe it's a victim.
I mean, how big is the area?
Yeah.
Did you check all of it?
I checked as much as I could, but without venturing too far.
All right, yeah, because you didn't have an infantry platoon to help you, did you?
No, I'm on my own. Just checked immediate vicinity.
All right.
Knew that someone was there, so backpedaled up to the victim who was tied. Probably a bad idea in case they were not a victim.
Yeah.
But as soon as I touched him, I've looked up and there's a gun pointing at me, so I bolt it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sticking around.
If you came through there again, same scenario, would you change anything that you did?
No, maybe just not even engage with the victim at all. Again, I don't know why they're in that.
And do what?
Look for an out. Turn around and backpedal possibly.
And then?
Or just run for my life. Yeah, call police. Yeah.
Okay.
Straight out of the situation. Again, I've got no business being there.
You like that?
Yeah.
Nice work.
Thank you.
All right, pal.
Let's take a look at the scores. Nate, Mitch, and Adrian were all killed in this scenario, which leaves Dylan, Kevin, and Nick. Dylan successfully escaped the situation, putting him in a position to call for help. However, he may have potentially been shot at the beginning, and he did slip at the end. Due to this, he is in third place for this event, earning himself 1 point. Nick did use some unconventional tactics, such as throwing water and tying his shoe mid-hostage situation. However, he successfully used cover to draw the shooter in, gained control of the weapon, and landed strikes. This lands him in second place, earning him 2 points for this challenge. Kevin made great attempts to draw the shooter in by asking for help with the cable ties, which would have presented an opportunity for attack. Kevin successfully feigned compliance and chose the right moment to attack, gaining control of the weapon and taking the shooter's back. This lands Kevin in first place for this challenge, earning him 3 points. The next challenge will involve an instance of social violence where a fight has broken out and one person has been knocked unconscious. The participants will need to call the authorities, de-escalate the attacker, and provide effective first aid to the victim, placing them into the recovery position as quickly as possible. Further, the victim will be making a sound similar to snoring. This is not a sign that they are asleep, but instead a sign of severe danger known as an airway occlusion. This means participants will need to take action quickly, as waiting too long could result in the victim's death. Now you may be thinking, in the last scenario we said it was a good idea to leave and call the authorities, but now we are advocating for you to intervene. Why the difference? Good question. It is crucial to understand when it is appropriate to intervene and when it is not. Self-defense is about decision-making, not necessarily just fighting. The previous scenario was clearly an instance of a premeditated attack, likely involving weapons and multiple attackers, with no immediate threat to the victim. There is not much a single person can do to help in this scenario. However, in the instance where there is only one unarmed assailant and there are signs that this is social violence, not necessarily deliberate or premeditated, there are many things an individual can do, particularly if there is reason to believe there is someone in need of immediate medical assistance. In this instance, it is reasonable for the competitors to intervene and render medical assistance whilst de-escalating the assailant. We must be able to identify the correct level of assistance to offer based on the individual situation. Not an easy thing to do. Let's see how our first competitor does.
Please. I've got an unconscious man at Die Hard Trailer Temple. I've got one attacker hiding just outside next to the body, trying to see if there's any more.
Open your fucking mouth! You should have kept your mouth fucking shut! Be a fucking man! You want fucking round two? Come on, you're a fucking coward! Get the fuck up! Come on, get up, you cunt! Get up! Get up! Fuck you, shit. Not even a fucking man, you fucking...
Kevin did a great job of calling the authorities. However, he did take quite a while to approach the situation. We edited that part out for your viewing pleasure. In this time, the victim would have likely died. While Kevin did a great job of sneaking up on the attacker, physical intervention was not necessary in this instance, as the attacker was able to be verbally de-escalated. The time spent incapacitating the attacker and holding them until police arrive would be better spent rendering first aid to the victim. An impressive sneak attack nonetheless, but not what we were looking for in this scenario.
Well, Kev, how do you think you went after that scenario?
I think the start was pretty good.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm walking into. See someone unconscious on the floor.
Yeah.
Could mean a multitude of things. So the first thing to do is call 000.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much of you guys heard that, but I was very quiet over there.
Yeah, we saw you on the phone. What was going through your head? What was the biggest risk?
It wasn't even an unconscious guy. I was thinking like either someone done this to him or something happened to him. Either way, the first thing to do is call the police. And then I noticed there's a little hole by this wall here, and I noticed someone I sort of noticed George walking around a little bit.
Yeah.
See what's going on. So that's when I was like, okay, someone's done something to the person on the ground. So let me call the police and say, hey, look, like I see one attacker.
Yeah.
There might be more. I wasn't too sure until he started yelling at the body, and I was like, okay, he's definitely one of the attackers. Let me walk around and see what else is going on. I thought Ben was an attacker, but he's like, no, I'm not either.
What do you think the sounding, what were you hearing was the sound? What do you think might happen there of the patient, the victims? What do you think was happening there with the snoring sound?
Oh, it sounded like it was knocked out or something to me at first. So not much I can do to try to wake the person up. He's already knocked out cold. So if I can maybe, the police already know there's one attacker. Yeah. If I could maybe hold the attacker at least until the police come, that's, let's say 2 police come, 3 police come, right? It's 4 on 1. One person's held down, and then we can sort out the other person who's already out anyway. So that's what sort of came to mind for me.
Yep. And the wrap up, so if you could do that scenario different, anything you'd change? Have you ever heard of that snoring before? Have you ever seen someone unconscious or doing that snore? Or
I didn't hear it too well just because of George's yelling.
And the helmet and everything.
And the helmet, but...
what could you do in that situation? If you saw someone, a friend, anyone on the street, what would be good in that situation?
I think the first aid that comes with it, really. Like, I've already called the police. That's what I would do, or ambulance, whatever it is, right? Yeah. But let's say if I was to hear the snoring, I would probably lean into, like, I guess, my own first aid experience. So obviously I'd be like, hey, can you hear me? Like, what's your name? I'll try and talk to them, see if they're a bit responsive. With that kind of snoring, I don't know if I would want to touch the body. I don't know what's going on there. So I think my first thing is to call the ambulance or the police.
Which you did?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thank you.
This is Triple O. I have an incident here. Someone assaulting. Please have police over. Yep. There's Nick Depoja. One male over. The police come down and protect immediately. You on your way, police? Yep. Police on your way. Okay. Police on their way now. Yep, they're here. Police is here. Yep. I'm done. I don't want to go. No. Yep, that's my call. Police are here. They're going to sort it.
While Nick did a fantastic job of calling the authorities straight away, the reality is they would not have arrived as quickly as required, which is why we sometimes cannot rely on the help of others, policies and procedures, or surveillance. It would have likely been anywhere from 15 minutes before police were on the scene, which, considering the symptoms of the victim, would have been too long. We would have liked to see Nick call the authorities and then proceed to de-escalate the attacker before rendering medical assistance.
All right, Nick, how'd you go for that scenario?
So I took my time. I stayed in the corner, so he didn't see me.
Yeah.
I didn't want to engage because I don't want any trouble. Yeah. I want to go home and see my family.
Yeah.
I got the phone in my hand, called police. Yeah. They said they're on their way. I just waited patient till they came and that's it.
When you said you sort of assessed it first, what did you assess? What was the biggest risk, you think?
I saw a guy here harassing someone. He was on the ground. I don't know if he had a knife or a gun or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, it could be someone here.
Yeah.
Didn't want to risk it. I want to go home and see my family.
Yeah. Could you hear anything?
Yeah, I heard abuse, I heard screaming, I heard... Yeah.
What was the patient answering, or what was sort of state was the patient in, do you reckon?
Oh, it looked like a guy was under stress.
Was he answering or talking, or...?
He just said stop or something, or I can't remember exactly. But just one guy on the ground and he was abusing him and didn't want to get involved.
Could you hear him snoring or anything, or...?
Snoring, no.
No. Yeah. Fair enough. All right, no worries.
Thank you.
Yep.
Done.
Get up and fucking fight like a fucking man, you fucking pussy! Get up! Come on, get up, you fucking coward! Get up now! Come on! Come on, you wanna get up? What are you looking at? Fuck off!
Okay, mate. I don't want to be involved.
Get the fuck out of here, you cunt! Fuck off!
I'm going.
Fuck off!
I'm going.
I'll knock you out. Get the fuck
I'm
out of
going.
here!
I'm going.
Fuck off!
I'm going.
Fuck off!
I'm going.
Get the fuck out of here, cunt! Before I knock you out,
I'm going. I don't want to get knocked out, mate. All right. Hello, police. Yeah, there's been a guy that's been knocked down here. He looks like he's in bad shape. I'd just like you to come to this specific location and see if you can remedy the situation, please. It looks like he's going to go a bit off his nut, and it's not a situation I legally want to get involved in.
Nathan had a similar performance to Nick in that he did call the authorities, but no de-escalation or medical assistance was attempted. Again, not what we were looking for here. He did ensure that he didn't become another casualty, which in first aid, the D in the acronym DRSABCD stands for danger. If it is a danger to yourself, you do not have to intervene. However, they were both a little too cautious.
Nathan, how'd you go with that scenario?
I thought he's really aggressive. I thought he might be on something and struggling with adrenaline.
Yeah.
The other guy was snoring. I wasn't sure if it looked like he'd been knocked unconscious or whatnot. And the thing about it is, if I had gone in to try to heal him or deal with him at the same time, I'm going to put myself in danger as well.
Yeah.
And so the best situation was to get the correct people to deal with it, rather than actually becoming physically involved in an altercation where
you
I could be.
You didn't feel safe de-escalating him?
Not completely at all. If I had gotten involved in there, we might have even hurt him more and fallen on him or something. Yeah. So it's
so you decided, leave the situation, call AAA.
Yeah, back away and just deal with the situation. And if I could just keep an eye on it from the distance to see what's happening, because then
So you recognised he didn't sound very good, did he?
No,
that was something happening airway there.
I'd be a witness, but he's if he does the same thing to me, or even if he just cracks me and I try to talk him down, I'm going to be in the same position. And then I'm not good at anyone because I need help to actually deal with that
and that's
aggressive
what you're
guy.
calling for.
Yeah, the best thing I could think of.
Come on.
Yeah, baby. Whoa, what the fuck?
I'll knock you out like fucking him now. Fuck off.
Hang on, babe, I've got to give you a call back.
You're fucking mad.
Sorry,
you
mate.
fucking record it. Fuck
Absolutely,
you.
dude.
Yeah,
Absolutely, my man.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck off, cunt. You put it on your neck, get your fucking head.
No worries,
you
man.
end up like him, now fuck off.
Alright, cool.
Fuck off.
No worries, dude. No, mate, it's fine. It's fine. No, I've just got to go through, mate.
Stop recording now.
Sorry, what?
Stop the recording. Stop the recording.
It's not recording.
Stop
It's not recording, mate.
You end up like him.
It's not recording. It's not recording.
He's fucking dying.
It's not recording.
You would end up him. Look at
It's
him.
not recording, mate.
Look at him. Look at him.
He's snoring. It's
You would
fine.
end up like him. You would end up like him.
All good, mate. All good. No, mate. Just, innocent bystander. I've got nothing to do with this. Is he okay? No, I can see that.
I knocked him out, man. Look at him.
I know, right?
Mate, look at him. He's twitching, mate. You want to end up like that?
No, I don't, honestly. But mate, you must have some good fucking hit on you.
I'm pumped, mate. I am really, really pumped.
Well, he's,
I am.
No, it's all good, mate. All good. Just carry on. No, dude, I can see that, man. You okay?
What do you reckon?
Oh, no, are you okay? Not him, mate. Are you okay? Look, I completely understand, but dude, I'm not here to provide judgment. Yeah. Mate, your best bet at the moment, walk away. Walk away is your best bet. Best bet, I'll make sure that there's nothing worse, because at the moment... Okay, I'll tell you what. Yep, I'll put the phone away. Cool, easy done. Easy done, mate, no worries. Mate, you right? You right, mate? Cool, alrighty, mate. I'll help you here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, cool. Just 1 second, mate, I'm calling help for help. Yeah. Good, 000. An unconscious male. Yeah, he's been involved in a street fight. Yeah, geotag my location. Good, excellent.
Mitch produced by far the most favorable outcome so far, successfully de-escalating the attacker from a distance, rendering first aid to the victim, and calling the authorities. He also went live on his phone as opposed to filming, which provides real-time evidence. However, it may exacerbate the aggression of the perpetrator. His downfall was the amount of time it took to reach a conclusion was way too long.
Right, Mitch, how'd you go with that scenario?
Oh, look, I mean, walking into a situation like that is never a good one. If you've got the skills in game to be able to run straight in, but you put yourself in danger straight away, having that kind of danger response first is number one. De-escalate the situation.
What do you think the biggest danger was there?
Oh, look, I mean,
in your assessment,
the hardest thing is that if the guy dies on your watch, that's a pretty bad thing because you didn't render assistance.
How would he die?
if he just like swallowed his tongue, he's unconscious. You know, he's not. I mean, the prone position is not the best position to be in, regardless. But at least aside recovery, you're not going to swallow your tongue.
But there was definitely a risk to you.
He's the risk.
Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, if the best thing I can do is be the witness to it, phone out, record evidence for police, all that kind of deal, and hopefully de-escalate it. And the guy started to calm down, so we'll see him, have some reasonable conversation with him, and then just kind of usher him on his way and carry on.
Sounded good.
Cool.
Duty.
Thank you.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
Fuck
can I please
off.
get an ambulance, please?
Fuck me, dude.
Yeah, someone's down injured on the ground. Not sure exactly what's wrong, but he's down, he's injured. Right, thank you.
Should have kept his mouth shut. I fucking lost it, bro.
Hey,
fucking
back
lost
off.
it.
Back
He
off.
should have kept his mouth
It's
shut.
alright, it's alright.
He
It's
should have
okay.
kept his mouth
It's
shut,
okay.
man. Look at him. Look at him.
It's alright.
He should have kept his
Yeah,
mouth shut.
I get it. Just calm down. Calm down.
Should have kept
Come
his
with
mouth
me.
shut.
Come with me.
No, I'm not coming with
No, no, come on.
Listen, I'm not coming with
Let's go. Just back away from him. Back away from him.
Back away.
Back away
Don't
from
tell me to
him.
back away.
Calm down.
Listen, don't
Calm down.
don't tell me what to do. I am pissed.
Okay.
Do not tell me
I
what
understand.
to do.
I understand. I understand.
I can't believe I knocked him out.
It's okay. Just relax. Can you hear me? Hello, buddy.
Should have kept his mouth shut.
It's alright, mate. Stay back.
Kept his
Stay
mouth
back.
shut.
Are you alright?
Should have kept his mouth shut.
It's alright. Stay back, buddy.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't
Stay
tell me
back.
what to do. Do not tell me what to do. Do not tell me what to do.
Help is on the way. The authorities are on the
Don't
way.
tell me what to
Alright?
do. Don't
I'm not telling you what to do.
Keep your mouth
Alright?
shut. If you know what
Calm
to do,
down.
just shut your mouth and do as you're told, buddy.
It's
Do
alright.
not tell me what to do.
Stay away from me.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Alright? I'm already angry. Don't tell me what to do.
Hey, buddy. You alright?
You alright?
He's all good. He's all good.
You okay?
He's okay. He's okay.
Should have kept his mouth shut. If he didn't open his mouth, none
Hey,
of
buddy.
this would have happened.
Buddy, can you tell me your name? Can you tell me your name? Help is on the way.
Adrian also produced a fantastic result, calling the authorities, maintaining distance from the attacker, keeping him in his view the whole time, and providing first aid to the victim. Due to the authorities being called more quickly, decreasing the amount of time until they arrived, and to Adrian rendering first aid in a more timely manner than Mitch, this is the most favorable scenario so far. It is worth noting that Adrian repeatedly said, "Back off," and "calm down" to the attacker. This is generally considered ineffective in de-escalation practice, as the other party is likely to perceive you as giving them an order and will often become more enraged as a result. In this scenario, it did not change the outcome significantly, but it is worth noting.
Adrian, how'd you go with that scenario?
Yeah, I think I went better than I did in the last one, which is yeah, somewhat pleasing for myself.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So your initial assessment, you come around the corner, what was the risk? What was the biggest risk, you think?
Well, there was two for me. One was obviously the aggressor. He was, you know, yelling and carrying on at the person that was injured on the ground. So my first response was to call for help, for an ambulance and obviously for the police as well. Then just try and calm down the aggressor, right, before doing anything with the injured person.
And what was it? You said there was two. What was the second?
So one was being the fact that he was on the ground, wasn't sure whether he was going to react if he woke up to me.
Yep.
So once I sort of got the first aggressor out of the way, and I worked out that he was fine. He wasn't.
What were you thinking? Why did you roll him?
Clear his airways. Yep. Sounded like he was choking, so cleared his airways. Tried to get a response out of him. Just tried to keep him calm.
Perfect. Sounds like a good response to me.
Thank you.
Hello.
You want to end up like him? I'll knock you out.
Mate, I'm just passing through. Just passing through.
Get out of here.
Mate,
I'm kicked.
I can see that. I understand that.
I am so pumped. I'm ready for round two with this joker here.
What for? What did you do wrong?
I want, you should have kept his mouth shut.
Yeah?
If he kept his mouth shut, he would not end up locked up in the floor.
Well, he learnt.
Look at his twitching, mate.
Yeah, he's learned that lesson, hasn't he?
You want to end up like him?
No, sir.
Mate, you want to end up there? Get this off. Can't believe I knocked him out, man. He should have kept.
He'll be right. Everything will be sweet with you, man.
He should have kept his mouth shut. Look at him twitching, mate. Look at him. Oh, fuck, man, holy shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, we got a angry bloke raging, and he's just knocked someone out. Guy probably can't breathe properly, and he's twitching. I can't get close because he's quite aggro. Yeah, just send ambulance and police, please. Hey, mate, can I help him, please?
I can't believe what I did. I knocked him out.
Brother, he needs help. Can I help him, please? Yeah? Do you mind backing off for me? Brother, I just need you to breathe. Do you mind leaving for me? Yeah, just back off for me and I can see to him. Okay.
Oh my God. I knocked him out.
He needs help and I've got no interest in getting close to you.
I don't care what to do, but don't tell me what to do.
Sure, okay.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Oh my God. You should have kept his mouth shut.
Breathing?
You should have shut his mouth. If you shut his
Ambulance
mouth,
and police are on their
knocked
way.
him
Just hang out. He's
People
alright.
just respect people.
He'll be alright. Everything's all good. He's learnt his lesson.
Listen, alright. You seem like a half decent dude, alright? So just don't tell me what to do, alright?
Okay, my apologies.
Tell me what to do.
Yep.
That's when I lose my shit, buddy.
That's understandable. You do what you need to do, sir.
Alright, I'm getting out of here before the cops.
Yeah, good idea.
Dylan,
Hello.
how did you go off that scenario?
Yeah, that was confronting.
Yeah, what were you thinking when you come around the corner?
Obviously, number one danger is the guy standing up, walking back and forth, quite upset and angry.
Yep.
Didn't want to get anywhere near him because he's quite a big boy.
Yep.
I got no business being anywhere near him.
Yeah.
And
why did you come in?
Had to help old mate on the ground.
What?
I could have left him, but got to deal with the conscience after it.
What made you want to help him?
He's on the ground unconscious, twitching and choking by the sounds of it. So I needed to get to him ASAP, but I wasn't putting myself at risk with such a possible threat standing there.
Yeah, very good. Didn't turn your back to him?
No.
Helped him with his airway?
Yep, tried to.
Sounds good.
Sweet, happy with that. Cool, thank you.
Dylan also ticked all the boxes. He called the authorities, de-escalated the situation, and rendered first aid. Dylan provided the best example of de-escalation as he remained empathetic to the attacker as opposed to giving him orders or instructions. Due to calling the authorities more quickly, his performance is considered better than Mitch's. However, he did take significantly longer to call the authorities than Adrian. Due to this, the results for this challenge are Adrian in first place gaining 3 points, Dylan in second place with 2 points, and Mitch in third place gaining 1 point. Let's take a look at the final score for this episode. Adrian is in the lead with a total of 6 points. Dylan in second place with 5 points. Kevin in third place with 3 points. Nick in fourth place with 2 points. And Nathan and Mitch tied with 1 point each.
Fucking talk, buddy. This is not gonna be fucking pretty. Let's go.